Well, the day finally came yesterday, the day that many Blazer fans were dreading. We all knew it was coming. We just kind of maybe in the back of our heads hoped that it wasn't going to go down the way we all kind of knew it was going to go down.
Yeah.
The world's slowest breakup.
We were kind of hoping maybe it'll at least be one more season, but no. It sounds like Damian Lillard's been traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, which is not the place I expected him to go.
And I don't think anybody did in the grand scale. You know, every location had been discussed thoroughly.
Right.
But it was not the front runner. The Vegas odds were not on the Bucks.
Well, Milwaukee, Miami, basically the same place.
Yeah,
Fans all over the state were upset. I saw so many upset posts and disappointed tweets and phone calls, talkback messages that we're going to get to here in a few minutes, text messages.
Biggest sports story in the country by far for 24 hours or so once we get to the middle of the day.
On the phone with us right now is our good friend Chad Doing, who is on our sister station, Rip City Radio 620 AM. Does the afternoon show with Dwight. What up, Chad?
What's up, my fam? What's going on?
Well, a lot's going on, brother. Yesterday was quite the day. I mean, Drew was lighting candles over at his house.
Had to say goodbye to Dame. Had the Dame Jesus candle that Laura gave me. And let's point out, when she gave it to me, we were a good team. I'm not sure we ever won again. And we lost Dame, so it was a curse, but I lit it in honor of all the good years.
I mean, really, the candle's worthless after today. So.
Oh, yeah. You're going to throw it right in the dump.
Okay, that's not very nice. I spent good money on that candle.
I don't have a ton of Jesus candles. I will keep that one.
Okay, all right.
Chad Doing, dude, what were your initial thoughts yesterday when you saw the news? And by the way, did you know before everyone else did?
No, I did not. And Milwaukee, you guys are right. You know, from the insiders that I talked to or communicate with, Milwaukee was not a team that was on anybody's radar. And I'm sure my reaction was like everyone else in Rip City. It's a gut punch because, you know, Dame was cut from a different cloth. He came into Portland. He embraced the local area. So did his family. He was a tremendous basketball player. He was great with the press, answered all the questions. Just the way he handled his business was very impressive. And, you know, depending on who you ask, you know, he's arguably the greatest basketball player in the history of the franchise. So to have it be final and to know that he's going to be gone, it stinks. And in my initial feeling after the sadness of knowing he's going to be gone was just anger because, you know, in his tenure, he played with one All-Star, LaMarcus Aldridge, and they never could find the right combination of guys to put a team around it where they could make a legitimate championship run. They made the Western Conference Finals once, and I just feel like that's a bit of a misuse of incredible resources. So that frustration was there because, you know, no matter how many players come in, and, you know, a lot of these people in town have been fans for, you know, 40 plus years, there's never going to be another Dame. He was a one of a kind. And so to know that he's going to be gone, it sucks.
Yeah. Right. It's brutal on a level to where, you know, last night I was going through my laundry and I had my Dame Over shirt. It's from the game, you know, where he waves goodbye. And I was there and I have these moments with my brother and my nephew where we're group hugging and jumping in a circle. And Dame did that. You know, Dame did that so many times. I was at the Thunder one where it happened again, and you thought thunder and lightning had hit the building because, I mean, he was and I mean, arguably, that is very kind of you to even include anybody else in the conversation, but Damian Lillard was the greatest Blazer ever. He's the greatest, probably the greatest athlete in the history of the state. I could stand corrected, but for me, there's nobody better.
There's nobody better.
He's the guy. Right. And, you know, and it's a bummer when you buy the guy's latest jersey last year like I did. But I'm going to keep that one. That one doesn't go in a trash can.
Right. So you're not going to be one of these people like when he comes back.
No booing.
There's no booing.
I might kick you in the back if you boo him. I mean,
it's right down the steps of the Moda Center.
Yeah, you don't do that. Let's show some respect. He still loves us. He tweeted it yesterday.
Right.
Well, and he wouldn't have left if they would have helped him out a little. Or, he would have stayed if they would have helped him out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no question. Once the team, you know, jumped up in the lottery and had access to Scoot, they were pretty much pigeonholed to take him, and that was the writing on the wall to know that the team was going to go in a different direction. And the best part in this deal is that I think it's a potential where all three teams involved, Phoenix, Milwaukee, Portland, will all win. The great part here is that Blazer fans don't have an issue with Dame wanting to go elsewhere at this stage in his career and have a chance to win a championship. What they didn't want was to get punked by Miami, because that was the only team that Dame and his agent named as where they wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
And in this deal with Milwaukee, they end up getting better assets and players in return. So the Blazers win. Milwaukee wins. Dame gets a chance to compete for a championship, and Blazer fans know that their team is in a better position today because of the deal that went down with Milwaukee and Phoenix instead of Miami. And so the franchise is in a better place. And so I think Blazer fans can feel better about that, even though it's sad to say goodbye to Dame. But I think the franchise wins, Dame wins, and I think Phoenix is also a better team because of it. And it's rare in sports where you have a multi-team trade where you might have a situation where each team wins, but I think in this case, it's a win-win for all, and that's something that Blazer fans can move forward with, knowing that, Joe Cronin, the Blazers showed patience, which is what they needed, and so moving forward, the franchise is probably in a better spot.
Tell us about Damian Lillard's legacy. I mean, what's this going to mean for Portland in the long run?
Well,
and how long is it going to be until someone comes in and takes Damian Lillard's spot? It's probably not going to happen for a long time, right?
Well, I think the guy we drafted number 3 overall is the reason this is happening. Scoot Henderson is not Damian Lillard, and that's what people are going to be confused about, thinking they're expecting exactly that guy, but that's who they think, and he's already here.
Yeah.
We have the number 3 pick, and then the guy we traded for was the number 1
What I'm saying
pick.
is we're not going to get another Damian Lillard.
I don't think we might never see a guy who can shoot from half court. I mean,
yeah, it's true. You may never see another Damian Lillard come through the doors at Moda Center. That's how special he was. You may never see him again, and that's why it's a tough pill to swallow, because he is a unique. A lot of times, franchises wait decades before they get a player like that to come through their doors. So you may never see another player like that. And that's why you've got to celebrate someone with that type of game and that type of greatness. But I think also because Portland is unique, and we all know this, that we love our own. We love people that embrace the area and become family. And that was Dame. Not only was he a great basketball player, but he really bought into the local vibe and Rip City and the connection with the city and the community and the fan base. And his family was a part of it. He was, he had a lot of his family members up here working. They're still here, involved in the community. And so the way that, he became, part of us was, I think, something that will be celebrated forever. And we love that, man, because it's nice to have a superstar that says, hey, I love Portland. I want to be here, and was involved in the community and enjoyed being around the people and the vibe and stuff. And that's something that, we as Blazer fans, we as Oregonians, we respect it when a big star comes to this town and embraces it. And that's his legacy, man. He is Portland.
Right. Before we get to some text messages and some talkbacks, let me just get to these talkbacks because I forgot what I was going to say.
It's all good.
You know what happens? What happens when
you're in an emotional time like we are with this Damian Lillard thing.
Emotional and things happen at home.
Oh God, why? Tupac, Biggie, Lillard. Why, God, why? Don't take them all.
I remember what I was going to say. I wonder about things like Damian Lillard Toyota. Like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Is it going to be like Jeff Gianola Toyota now? Like, what are they going to do?
And I wonder how much, if that was like his name, it was on the brand.
I'm sure it's just like, here's some money, we can use your name, right? So it's going to be easy to just plug and play. But
exactly. But if you already have like the plate cover
on
your car, it's like, remember Lillard Toyota?
We do have some text messages coming in. Someone says, I don't know why people are tripping about Damian Lillard leaving. He gave us a good 11 years and still never won a championship for Portland.
Yeah, he gave us all he had in that time. And, well, Chad said it earlier that they didn't put the pieces together. And it's funny because now we're trying to build a team like we were hoping to do before. But it does look like, and I'm not being an optimist. I think the future's bright.
Fat Thor says that Clyde Drexler's a lot better than Damian Lillard.
No, what are you talking about?
That's what Fat Thor said.
Yeah, I know that's number 2. He would be 1 and 2, and that's the argument. You would, if you debated it, Clyde and him would be the fight. I mean, Bill Walton wasn't here and healthy long enough.
Well, Chad Doing, I appreciate you. Have you talked to Damian Lillard since all this went down? Because I know he retweets you a lot on Twitter.
Yeah, I reached out. I sent him a DM, and then I sent out a tweet, just saying, "Hey, thanks to Dame," and expressed my reasons why. And because he was a good dude to communicate with. As a press member, like I said, he answered all the questions. He was always cool, and so I got nothing but respect for the guy. And now I can pull for the Blazers, but now he's being paired with Giannis, arguably the best player on the planet. So it's going to be fun to sit back as Blazer fans and just watch Dame as the end of his career finishes out in Milwaukee, because he has a legit chance to win a championship. And after the trade yesterday, Milwaukee in Vegas, now the odds-on favorite to win the championship. So it's going to be fun to see how things work out with him in Milwaukee.
And the Blazers, 250 to 1, not a joke, is the bet. So if you bet, if you want to bet $4, there's your grand.
All right.
Yeah.
Chad Doing from Rip City Radio. You can listen to him afternoons on Rip City Radio, 6:20 a.m. Thank you, my friend. We will talk to you soon, brother.
All right. Have a good morning, fam.
Rip City.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We got a talk back from somebody talking about the Damian Lillard trade.
Good morning, Brew crew. Yeah, that's a gut punch for sure. I feel for all you Portland fans. Gotta say, he was one of a kind. I'm a huge Patriots fan. I know how it feels to lose your star. It wasn't a trade, but not being able to re-sign Tom Brady was a huge one, so I know exactly what you guys are going through. Have a good rest of your day, gentlemen. It's gonna get brighter. Bye.
Just trying to counsel everybody.
That's pretty funny that he thinks the Patriots and Blazers feel at all alike. They have 6 championships with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I appreciate it, but your sentiment is a little lost.
But yeah, I mean, you can see his point without
Yeah,
the
sure.
championship.
To put your
Sure,
chin
sure,
up,
sure.
by God.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they're the winningest team in the history of Earth.
He understands that people just need a little TLC today.
That's true. Not to knock a guy who's trying to be a bro.
Right.
You earn those championships.
You can send us a talk back anytime. Download the iHeartRadio app for your cell phone and press the microphone button when you hear the Brew streaming. A lot of good stuff on the website at 1059thebrew.com. You can check out our Donkey Show podcast, which is the show after the show. It's completely unedited,
Yeah.
uncensored, and
It's just wild.
it gets wild, and there's no commercials, all that good stuff. So go check it out. It's loaded Monday through Thursday at 1059thebrew.com. You can also see our dog of the week. This week, his name is Lasso. He is a lab mix, really handsome boy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just stuck inside the Oregon Humane Society right now. Just think about that. These dogs are just sitting in there. It's basically, puppy prison.
Right. Oh, don't say it that way.
Well, I mean,
Puppy prison.
imagine what you could do for this dog. You could get him right next to your fireplace for the holidays. I mean, perfect.
Bust him out of puppy jail.
Yeah, come on, we're out of here. Let's
Dogs-
go, Lasso.
Even though the Oregon Humane Society is really great. I'm just saying,
Yeah, that's the nicer.
no dogs should be in a
That's
shelter.
true. Yeah, it's a very stressful environment in there.
So go check him out and see if he's perfect for you and your family at 1059thebrew.com. While you're there, you can see the video of this bear just walked up. This family was eating like lunch on a picnic table in a park,
Okay.
and a bear comes up, jumps on the table,
Oh.
and just starts eating their food. They kind of freeze up, and mom grabs the son and just pushes his face into her bosom and like protects them. So
wow.
they're
Yeah.
still
Oh, yeah.
sitting at the table while the bear's on the
It's
table
like, what is
eating.
that, a turkey club? I think I'll have one of those.
And they're like, just let him eat.
Yeah.
Let him eat.
Go see that video. It's online. I mean, props to mom for protecting her cub.
right, yeah.
Yeah, little
the bear.
instinct on both sides.
So, yeah, 1059thebrew.com. Click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Later on this morning, 9:30, actually, we're going to give away those Adam Sandler tickets. So make sure you're listening to win. It's 1059 The Brew, Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Don't forget, we're streaming video in real time. Just follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the socials at 1059 The Brew. You can find video clips there. But if you want to find the video feed, just go to the website, 1059thebrew.com, or you can find us on YouTube.
Yes.
We're all over the place. I mean, if you can't find the show, I don't know what to tell you.
You're not finding much.
I don't know what to tell you.
Just driving in a circle, can't do anything.
So yesterday we were talking about this new trend. You know, we've heard of bucket lists, things you want to do before you pass away.
Yes.
But apparently a new trend is the anti-bucket list.
Yeah, what do you never want to do again?
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, and like one of the things that I never want to do again is bungee jump. I did not like it. I got nauseous. I threw up. Laura's anti-bucket list was...
I never want to go on a hot air balloon again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not my idea of a good time.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. And that's the whole idea. It's like you tried it, and thanks, but no thanks.
Right. And
Yeah.
I can't remember yours was, Drew.
It was bucking hay.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one and done. Would not like to do that ever again.
That's fair.
So we want to know what's on your anti-bucket list. You never want to do it again. 866-445-1059. I like the idea because I got home yesterday and I go, you know what? There's a whole bunch of things. The list for me started to fill up.
Yeah.
I saw a message from a guy that said, and this is a good one, I never want to go to prison again.
Oh.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I could see how that would line up.
Yeah, I can see that being a terrible place to be. But if you've got one, you can also shoot us a text message on our Lazy Boy text line at 98197. We did see a bunch of messages come in yesterday on the Instagram.
Yeah, we got a few. Zip lining was one that we got. This person said they've done it twice and they've chickened out twice, so they've decided
That's
next
not
time
happening.
they're just not going to do it.
Well,
They're
it depends on the zip line because some of the lower ones I
True.
do. Like if it's in somebody's
Yeah.
backyard, whatever. Actually, it depends on somebody's backyard because I've seen kids fly into a tree.
Oh, yeah.
Those
Yeah,
big
yeah.
ones where they're like in the forest, the rainforest,
Yeah.
and you can't even see the ground because of the
You
clouds.
fly over waterfalls and
That's-
stuff.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Your whole life is at the mercy of that little
Yeah.
contraption. You'd
Yeah.
be pretty freaked
Have
out.
you seen the one where the
sketchy.
person's on the zip line and there's a sloth on it and they smash into
Yeah,
the sloth?
that'd be awesome. I would love to smash into a sloth while I'm ziplining. Like,
doubt-
how cool is that?
The sloth's like, that's the most I've moved in a week. Like, don't
like,
push me.
Well, I think it hurt. He hurt the sloth. He bashed into the poor thing.
Oh my
so-
god! I saw one of those at
Give
a
it a
petting
concussion.
zoo at the coast, and they're just like they're not moving at all. That must have shook its.
I got a
core.
cousin who acts the same way. What else do you have, Laura?
Two people actually said giving birth.
Oh, yeah.
Don't want to do that again.
yeah.
Somebody said
Laura never wants to
That's
do it
in-
at all.
exactly.
Laura's
Yeah,
like, I'm never having
that's-
kids.
Yeah, that's on my anti-bucket list.
Well, I'm gonna send you all a video here in a couple of days.
Yeah, right,
Now,
like,
real quick,
watch
Drew,
this.
the videos are like, I think I know the answer to this question, but for the audience's sake, when the baby's born, are you behind the shoulders or in front? Are you like in catching
Or
position?
the sides.
I'm on the side in a coaching position.
Got it.
Outside of the playing area.
Got it.
But still right up next to Amy. Just they're back there behind me. That's for everybody. That's for me. That's for them.
And that's going to happen in just days. I mean, this baby's going to pop out in just days.
Could
Yeah.
be today. Could be tomorrow.
Right.
Could be next Friday.
It always kind of blows my mind when men like are given the option to not be in the delivery room. No, you put me in here. You're gonna deal with it like I'm dealing.
Yeah, they want
with
you
it.
in like coach mode.
Yeah,
Like, come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
you got this.
They need some
like you're yelling at
some
them.
encouragement in the moment. Somebody else said hood to coast.
Oh, they never want to do it to coast again.
Yeah, which I mean, kudos to you for even doing it in the first place. Somebody else said go to Paris. Apparently Paris was not a good time.
I guess it's really dirty. And right now, there's all those. Don't they have a lot of protests and everything going on? And like their garbage men like went on strike, and there's just garbage all over the
I
roads.
haven't heard good things about Paris.
I've been there twice. I wouldn't say it's terrible, but it's not like I got to get to Paris. That's
Yeah.
probably the thing.
I hear it's the Portland of Europe. Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Good morning. What's on your anti-bucket list?
Hello?
Yes. Good morning. You've brought the show to a screeching
There's
halt.
something really loud in the back. I can't
Oh,
really hear.
maybe that's my fault. Hold on. Let's see what that is.
Does sound like it could be gas.
Oh, it's just the news. Okay. Here, that's our fault. That's our fault. We had the news pumping into your eardrums.
Why didn't you hear
Sorry,
about
sir.
a gas leak? No worries.
Tell us what's on your anti-bucket list, bro.
You know what? I'm going to say taking too many psychedelics.
That's
okay.
a good one.
Didn't Post Malone say the same thing? You know, you overdosed or something?
Well, I think he became like habitual, like a vitamin.
Yeah. So, like, how many psychedelics are we talking about here?
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, the microdosing is a huge thing these days. When I was younger, no, we didn't know anything about dosing, so I guess technically I overdosed on mushrooms and acid multiple times, and I was just way too high for way too long, and it just wasn't fun.
Yeah,
Like, what's the longest you were high?
Like peaking, I want to say 6 hours. The whole trip was maybe 12.
Yeah.
you must have eaten so many.
Jeez.
Let me put it this way. I enjoy being high. I was a big pot smoker, but it's when you're so high. How do I say this? I was so high, I was worried about losing bowel control, and at that point, you're not having fun anymore.
Oh yeah.
You're like, keep it together, man.
You go lock yourself in a closet.
Yes.
Yeah, once you poop your pants, the party is over.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Totally.
Thank you for the call.
There's
Thanks,
such
guys.
thing as
How
too
about
much.
pooping your pants? Can we put that on your anti-bucket list?
Sure, I think
I've done it
so.
before,
Yeah,
and
same.
Never
I'd like
wanna
to
do
never do
that.
it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Laura did it on an airplane.
I
Very
peed
embarrassing.
my pants on an airplane. I did not
All
poop
right.
my
All right.
pants on an
The
airplane.
facts are fuzzy.
What's on your anti-bucket list? 866-445-1059 is the phone number. You can also shoot us a text message on our Lazy Boy text line at 98197. 1059 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We want to know what's on your anti-bucket list. You know, there's the bucket list of stuff you want to do before you die, but what's stuff that you never want to do ever again?
Mm-hmm.
Like Laura never wants to go into a hot air balloon.
Yeah. Too many crash landings.
Yeah, it could be your last ride.
We're getting a lot of messages that say this, and you could probably guess. Marriage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I never want to get married again.
You know what? It's funny because I said before I got married, I said I was never going to get married. And then I changed my tune, got married, and then I got unmarried. So
Now that you've been divorced, would you ever get married again?
Never say never, but it's definitely not something that I see for myself. If I meet the right person, that might change.
Never say never,
But
right?
yeah.
So a lot of people said marriage. Another person said mountain climbing. And you know, like rock climbing looks like something that would be a nightmare. I saw a guy who like gave up halfway through and crapped his pants on the side of the mountain.
Well, what are you gonna do? Like, if you got an emergency, you can't get down.
Yeah.
You just
Like,
gotta go for it.
I don't get how you free climb, too. I could
Oh,
see you
my
getting up there and
God.
being like, if I ever get off this wall, I'm
Right.
never coming back, because you
Yeah.
might just lock up and go to the dark side.
What's on your anti-bucket list? 866-445-1059 is the phone number. You can also shoot us a text message on our Lazy Boy text line at 98197. Before your calls and texts, Drew's got sports coming up next. What do you have?
We all know that Damian Lillard is gone, but the future, is it bright? We'll tell you.
That's coming up right after Journey. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
it can't be lost that we're all going to miss Damian Lillard as a trailblazer. The human highlight reel, no joke. Every time you would think that the game was over and your head was down, it was just going to be another one of those moments where Portland's going to get screwed, and boom, Dame would hit the big one. So no, it is not lost that we will miss him, but we do need to look to the future and see what is left when the pieces all fall. And so Drew Holiday and DeAndre Ayton are the ones that I concentrated my mind on. We're in the middle of a meeting yesterday, and I get this text message, which is a picture of Dame, and my blood just starts to curdle. So I flip out of the meeting and look at it, and not as worrisome as it could have been. If we would have gone to Miami, Miami would have just straight up steamrolled us. But instead, Drew Holiday and DeAndre Ayton are coming to the team. It's because Miami didn't have anybody, but they're not happy. I guess the phones were silent for weeks with the Heat. Like they thought they were going to sweat out Portland. So Portland went to this deal. But Jimmy Butler, who's a superstar himself, is mad. He was in his kitchen, a little noise in the room, but he wants something done about the Bucks.
Yo, NBA, man, y'all need to look into the Bucks for tampering. Y'all do. I'm just going to put that out there. Y'all didn't hear it from me, but I heard it through somebody. Y'all look at him for tampering.
That's a big accusation. The NBA will probably chime in because he just went on social media with that.
Yeah.
But Drew Holiday likely to be traded for more assets. And DeAndre Ayton was the #1 overall pick 5 years ago, after 1 year of college. So he's still only like 24 years old. This guy has a huge upside. If Portland can embrace him and he can not take plays off, that's what people say, this could be a good thing for us. Tonight, if you want to get your mind off Dame, though, Green Bay Packers against the Detroit Lions. We'll pick a winner next hour. Laura's got her sweatshirt on. There's a lot of peer pressure here.
Yep.
Oh, wow. There's your sports.
Thank you much. We're going to check your talkback messages here in just a few minutes. So if you've got a comment, a suggestion, a complaint, maybe you have something to say about Damian Lillard, download the iHeartRadio app, and once you have the Brew streaming, press the microphone button to record something. Coming up next, though, how much food did we raise? How many pounds of food did we raise at Bacon and Beer last Friday?
Ooh.
Find out coming up next. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. We're going to announce how much food we actually raised at Bacon and Beer last Friday. How many pounds? Coming up here in just a second. Before that, though, I got a talkback message to listen to because yesterday was a very emotional day for a lot of Blazer fans, and we found out that Damian Lillard has officially been traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. Pretty shocking. I mean, we all knew it was coming. It was just when it finally came down, we're like, oh, man,
because
it's real now.
It had been so long that I think some people thought perhaps he would stick around for a little while longer.
It marks a day, though. Yesterday will go down in history as a day that changed the Blazer franchise forever. A lot of things, if you look from right now, it'll be a completely different landscape.
We got a couple of talkbacks through the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, what it do, Brew Crew? It's your boy Rudy. Sad day for Rip City today, man. Yes, Dame Dollar is definitely one of the greatest Blazers to ever play for the franchise. All-time scoring leader for Portland, definitely. But to put him above Clyde Drexler, nah, man. Clyde Drexler actually went to the NBA Finals against Jordan. Greatest ever, man.
All right, so he puts Clyde the Glide at the top.
Well, I think Chad made a good point. He only ever played with one All-Star. There were times, and now let's also remember, I was 9 and 11 those two times we went to the finals. That's the most influential a little boy can be. He was my hero, Clyde Drexler, but I also saw everything else, and Dame is... for me, he'll always be Everest 1 unless someone can take him off.
Casey Beefwater Bay, you've been a Blazer fan for many moons.
Yes.
What was your reaction yesterday when you saw the news come down about Damian Lillard?
I was surprised where he landed, but obviously not surprised about the trade. That's been
Yeah,
in
when
the
I heard
works for a
like
while.
the Bucks, I was like, what?
That wasn't on anybody's radar.
Because everyone's all, what big market gets Dame?
Yeah.
Milwaukee gets Dame.
Yeah. So it's great. I'm kind of glad Miami took an L on this deal and didn't get to come in and call the shot.
And they're all salty about it now.
Good. Good.
And they're saying that we might actually trade one of the guys that we got to Miami and get all the guys we wanted anyway. So we'd get the guys from the first
That would be
trade
fantastic.
and the second trade.
Let's go to Court Weber on the mic at his house. Court, what was your reaction yesterday when you saw the news come down?
I was bummed, but kind of glad that it's over. I mean, this has been dragging on for so long. I'm glad we finally have an answer. But yeah, I'm bummed to see him go. I mean, he truly is one of the greatest, if not the greatest Blazer. I hear the argument about Drexler, but the thing with Drexler is he had a hell of a team around him. A lot of times Dame was doing it by himself.
Right.
Yeah, you got Buck Williams, you got Duckworth, you got Kersey and Drexler and Porter. Every one of those guys was all-star caliber at one point, and Cliff Robinson.
I was just going to say Cliff Robinson.
Uncle Cliffy.
Well, there you go, man. It was quite the day yesterday. And if you want to hear our interview with Chad Doing from our sister station, Rip City Radio, from earlier this morning, you'll just have to check out the podcast later on today at 1059thebrew.com. But
Yeah.
Drew was saying that you're hoping to see another trade by the end of the week here.
I really hope we just get this, either say that Holiday's going to come or that he's going to go, because as fans, I think we deserve to see a roster solidified so we know what we're cheering for.
All right.
And 250 to 1, I'm not joking, that's the odds. If we win a championship and I get nothing, I'm going to be bummed.
All right, so let's pivot to Bacon and Beer, because that was almost a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was last Friday at Gilgamesh Brewing in Salem. We were looking to raise 1,000 pounds of food, at least for the people of Salem, right?
Yeah.
Casey Beefwater Bay.
That was the goal.
And it looked like a big pile of food. Mm-hmm. But how much did it weigh? Did we clear 1,000 pounds?
Yeah, we filled.
Because looks can be deceiving.
Yeah, we filled a food sled and a couple of giant barrels. You would think that's 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, and then some out front.
It was overflowing. And in comparison to our last Bacon and Beer, it certainly looked like we raised more food.
Well, the amount of food that we collected at Bacon and Beer last Friday at Gilgamesh Brewing in Salem. Wait, hold on, let me scroll up. 1,126 pounds of food! Yes! 1,126 pounds of food. Thank you, Portland, thank you for the people of Salem for coming out and donating all that food.
Yeah, we surpassed
people in
our
need.
goal.
Yeah, 1,000.
Very exciting.
126 pounds. Now, how much, what does that equate to, right? Well, that's 5 standard-sized refrigerators, in case you were wondering.
Whoa.
Yeah.
3 Elvises.
That's 3 Elvises.
That's saying something right there.
2 grand pianos, apparently.
Whoa.
That's 2 grand pianos worth of food.
That's a lot of weight when you think about it.
Yeah. It's as much as a Harley Davidson's worth of food, the weight of a Harley Davidson.
Okay.
And that's almost 1,500 filled 12-ounce beer cans.
That's incredible.
Which is how much we drank last Friday.
Right, a lot.
Yeah, it just gives it right back.
And that's a lot of meals. I think the total meals raised is 1,055, and total pounds raised is 1,126.
See, that number, 1,055, I was so excited to just hear that we got up there, like, for meals.
Yeah.
That's checking people off the list.
Right. 1,055 people.
It's incredible how many meals you can provide by just, throwing down a few cans of food.
Yeah, and how many meals we can provide in 4 short hours.
Yeah.
That's what impresses
Well, I mean,
me.
really, I want to say less than that because most of that food showed up within the first hour or two.
15 minutes, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, those bins were filled up right away.
Quick.
So honestly, to the audience who showed up, to everyone who showed up to Bacon and Beer and donated all that food, thank you so much. We can't thank you enough, honestly, and we know that some people are really going to appreciate that coming up here. Immediately. They're going to start issuing that food immediately.
Sure.
So.
And didn't we do like a Price is Right thing on that?
Oh, that's right.
We did.
That whoever was closest to guessing the amount of food would get tickets to, what is it?
Trans-Siberian
Orchestra.
And I do believe we have a winner. So what'd we do? So as people came into Bacon and Beer, they got to guess how much food we'd raise? How many pounds?
Yes.
It's kind of like when you look at the jelly bean jar at the carnival.
All right.
Our winner, I love it. Our winner, whose guess was 1,111 pounds, making them the closest, Chris McDermott McD.
Oh my God.
Siberian Orchestra tickets. Yes.
McDerail the show.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And with the guess of 11:11, it's the Make-A-Wish time.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Well,
impressive.
good for him. He won the Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets.
Yes,
McD's going to be, on cloud 9.
He's like, yeah, I did it. Killed it out there. Eagle Eye, they call me. Up there on the ski slopes.
The big McWinner of the big deal.
That's right.
Yeah, get it.
Again, thanks so much. 1,126 pounds is what we raised, and we're going to do that again pretty much at every Bacon and Beer. And I think next time let's go for
shoot for a ton.
Shoot for a full metric ton.
A Suburban's worth.
Anyway, we get videos, pictures, and all the good stuff from Bacon and Beer. You can even hear the podcast if you want. 1059thebrew.com. Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We're going to play the 4 here in about 10 minutes. Get somebody qualified for a brand spanking new Lazy Boy. Before that, though, Laura's got the news. What do you have?
Well, of course, writers are back to work, but what about those Hollywood actors? We'll talk about where they're at the negotiation table.
That is right after Sublime at 7:57 on The Brew.
I don't know if this is going to make any of us feel old here in the room, but 25 years ago yesterday, Google was born.
Holy crap.
Yeah, a huge dominant search engine. It was started by as a PhD project at Stanford University in 1998.
I'm still using Ask Jeeves, but that's just me.
I can still remember the first time someone told me about Google. I was like, you're calling it what?
Yeah, what is that? But now the parent company, which I didn't realize the parent company was named Alphabet, but it's one of the most influential in the world, of course, with a market cap of more than $1.6 trillion.
And that's just money. That's not including the knowledge that they have.
They have it all.
They have every little thing that we've Googled. Like, how do I get rid of a body?
It's a little scary.
They could ruin anybody who's ruinable, right?
Yeah.
They know if you did it, they know.
It's true, unfortunately. So happy 25th birthday to Google. Now that the Writers Guild of America strike is over, SAG-AFTRA has announced that several executives are going to be meeting with the guild next week to work toward a new contract that could get Hollywood back to work. SAG-AFTRA has been on strike since July, so not quite as long as the writers were on strike. But the work stoppage has all but shut down the entertainment business. They are demanding a bigger cut of revenue generated by streaming shows. shows, increased base compensation, improved working conditions, and stricter safeguards against the use of AI. So hopefully they can get something resolved there. And finally, you know that American soldier who just ran off into North Korea earlier this year? Well, he is officially back. 23-year-old Travis King arrived back on U.S. soil today. He flew in on a military flight and landed in Texas late last night. He's going to be answering a lot of questions, I think. Why'd you do that? And will there be disciplinary action? We'll find all of that out.
I would think.
There's got to be. I mean,
just take off.
Yeah.
Should have made him walk home. I mean, like, you walk and swim. We'll see you when you get to the coast.
Yeah, but either way, his return marks a rare diplomatic success between the U.S. and North Korea. He is believed to be the first U.S. soldier to cross into North Korea since 1982.
And they were speculating on the news, like, why would they let him go? You know, not just throw him in a cell and just let him rot. It's just very strange. They feel like there's more to the story that we don't know about.
Sure, like what strings were pulled. I mean, who knows?
I don't know, but like, what was he thinking? Crossing the border in North Korea.
It'll be really interesting to hear his story, like why he did it.
He went over there.
How the food is.
Yeah, immediately realized it was a bad idea. Like, oh, my Buffalo Wild Wings points don't work over here.
Sick of the chow hall, man.
The app will not load.
Yeah, it's like how it won't work. Your lottery app won't work in certain areas.
Yeah, nothing's going.
So I just don't understand why he would do that. I mean, he's got some mental issues or something.
Yeah, you definitely had a break with what was the best move.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll find out. More on those stories, 1059thebrew.com.
Thank you very much. All right, coming up next, we're going to play the 4, which means we need callers 1 through 4 right now. 866-445-1059. That's 866-445-1059. Going to get somebody qualified for a brand spanking new Lazy Boy.
Ow!
We'll do that on the other side of Tom Petty. Happy Thursday. It's Portland's Rock Station, 1059 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura. All right, we play this game every Thursday, trying to get somebody qualified for a brand new Lazy Boy. They got a whole bunch of stuff down there. Recliners, love seats, sofas, sectionals, dressers, lamps. They got it all.
Yeah.
Let's play this game, but before we meet our contestants, tell us how it's played.
We've got 4 contestants, each on their own phone line. They're going to take turns calling out a phone line, and that person is eliminated. It would be easy, but you don't know what line you're on. It could be you. It could be your neighbor. When one is left, you're qualified for a brand new Lazy Boy.
Let's meet our contestants this morning in no particular order. Calling from St. Helens, his name is Greg. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing well, my friends. Our next contestant is also calling from St. Helens. Their name is Austin. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
He's keeping it casual, not to be bothered.
Good morning. Our next contestant is calling from Salem. Her name is Angela. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning.
And our final contestant is calling from Cathlamet? Am I saying that right? Hold on, where the hell's that?
Casey, you're a bit of a map guy.
Yeah, where's
So
that?
you're up.
Oh, let's shut up,
north.
Casey. Only ask Paige.
Oh, yeah.
She's the one who lives there.
She's more important.
Paige, where's Cathlamet at?
It's on Highway 4, going towards Long Beach.
All right.
Long Beach.
Beyond Longview.
That's
Okay.
a deep ride.
All right, guys, remember, Drew already told you how to play the game.
Yeah, if you don't got it at this point, you're not likely to soak it in.
Are you ready for the 4 and to get qualified for a Lazy Boy?
Yes. Yes.
All right, ladies first. Let's go to Angela in Salem. Angela, which line should be eliminated first? Line 1, line 2, line 3, or 4?
Line 1.
Line 1, she says. Angela, you just eliminated Greg.
Oh, Greg.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks, Greg.
You too.
Thanks for playing. Let's go to Austin in St. Helens. Austin, which line should be eliminated next?
Line 3.
Line 3, he says. Austin, you just eliminated Paige.
Oh!
Thank you.
Sorry. Got to go back to Angela in Salem. Angela, which line should be eliminated next?
4.
Line 4, she says. Angela, you just eliminated Austin.
Oh, no.
Congratulations, Angela. You're qualified for the Lazy Boy.
Got him.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you win, where are you going to put it?
In my living room.
Right in the living room.
Good place for
This
it.
little spot.
Yeah.
Drain those ankles after a long day.
Nobody has ever said in their library or in their reading room.
Yeah,
It's always right in
everybody's
front of the TV.
TV.
Yeah. Which is where mine is.
Yeah,
too.
mine
It's
is too. I'm trying not to judge.
All right, hang on the phone. We'll get your information and we will get you qualified. And I think we have to pick a winner tomorrow, Laura.
Yeah, we do.
So tomorrow, like at 9 a.m., 9 something, we will find out who is getting that Lazy Boy.
Well, I don't know what you can do in this country anymore, guys, because a Philadelphia Phillies fan and his emotional support alligator, Wally, were denied entry into a game against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Emotional alligator.
I mean, can you believe they wouldn't let him in?
It's mind-blowing.
What are you thinking?
It's a lawsuit.
I mean, honestly, how's it going to go with your alligator in the seats? It's not going to be great. I'm sure it's starving for a stadium dog.
It's not a companion animal. It's not a service animal.
Well, and
it's a killer.
Even if it's not going to chomp someone's leg, nobody else knows that, so it's going to throw everyone else into a panic.
And I bet alligators love nachos. I mean, it'll lop your arm off just trying to get a bite of something.
Oh, yeah.
So next time you want to head down to the Moda Center with a gator or any exotic animal or pet, you might want to look at the regulations. Trailblazer fans are going to go there without an alligator and without a Damian Lillard because he's been traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, the land of good beer and frozen things.
Yes.
It's not where he was. He was going to South Beach where you lose the undershirt. Now it's add a layer, maybe a turtleneck.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe he'll start rocking the Tom Brady turtleneck.
Yeah, it just sucks. Like from the beautiful Northwest, where he lives in like West Lynn or something, to ugly Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Listen, I mean, I've heard Wisconsin is fine.
But Oregon and Washington are just, I mean, they're just under like New Zealand level.
Yeah, and when I moved to Detroit, it was a hard adjustment because you're going from this beautiful like nature and being overstimulated with everything,
and
then
it does get so
it's just
cold
flat, it's gray and wet and cold and ugh.
Now he's likely to win a championship there because they are the odds-on favorite to come out of the East this year with him and Giannis. But, you know, Chad Doing was on the show earlier. He's like, wouldn't it be great to sit back and watch him win a championship? I think there are a lot of fans who would say no because we are so, there's a bit of a famine going on over here in our rafters. But I do wish him well. I hope he does well in the East. But if we were against him in the finals, there's no holding back.
Well, I mean, like,
take him out.
Matthew Stafford leaving the Lions, turns around, wins a championship for the Rams. It could happen.
Yeah, and some are happy, and other Lion fans are just like, serious?
Right.
There's your sports.
Thank you much. All right, coming up in about an hour, we got tickets to go see Adam Sandler. He's going to be at the Memorial Coliseum coming up on October 14th. We're going to send you there with our fun game of It Happened in Florida, 9:30 this morning. Coming up next, though, there's a new viral trend. These girls are pranking their boyfriends, and they're pissing them off nice and good, and it's funny. We'll play it for you next. Hey, real fast. This Saturday, we're going to be at the grand opening of the brand new grocery outlet Bargain Market in Tigard.
Yes.
It's near Bridgeport Village, right next to the old Bed Bath & Beyond that recently just shut down.
Yeah.
But Casey just informed us that we got a lot of dope stuff to give away Saturday between 11 and 1.
Yes.
Casey, what do we have?
Well, I'm going to be bringing out, let's see, we're going to bring out some Queens of the Stone Age tickets.
Hey!
Yeah.
And,
They're great live.
And I think I can peel off a pair of pit tickets for the same show.
All right.
So we got a couple options there.
Yes.
And then for good measure, for the people that really want to come and stick it out and hang, I've got some Tool tickets.
Hey!
Damn, son.
So,
Nice.
you know, if there's a reason to get out on a Saturday, I just gave you 3.
There you go.
And then there's the 3 of you in here, too. So, you know,
And it
you
looks
got
like
6 reasons.
The weather's going to be ideal, too. We're
What's
gonna be
Saturday
on
looking?
A drying trend
Not
for the
bad.
next 10 days.
Perfect day to achieve bargain bliss.
Good.
Yeah, that's right.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Coming out the brand new grocery outlet, Bargain Market in Tigard, between 11 and 1 p.m. on Saturday, this Saturday.
Yes.
Real quick, so we, this week we've kind of talked about the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift ordeal. It's just in the news a lot. They were talking about it this morning. How
Much to the dismay of several of
people,
our listeners.
like their heads kind of exploded.
You can't avoid it at this point, though.
No.
Like, it's its own thing.
Because I guess she's thinking about going to the game this weekend, and
Yeah.
like just the logistics of that are a nightmare.
It's like bringing a president to each NFL
Yeah.
game because they're in the honeymoon stage.
I don't even know, though, if that's like factual information. I think people are just like, oh, well, she lives in New York. Of course she's going to be at the game. But I don't know if it's like something that we know for sure
Now,
is actually going to be happening.
TMZ says it is. Now, they're not always right, but they do sniff the inside of the walls and find things out we don't know.
If you're her, why would you not ride the wave?
right.
I mean, that's true.
It's some amazing press.
and also,
tour's
if you're
over,
him,
she's
why
got
would
free
you not be
time.
like, come on out?
Totally.
Yeah.
You could make money. You can bet straight up whether Kelsey will score a touchdown. If she's in the stands, they're going to throw him the rock.
Right.
Hey, are they throwing any action on that? Are there? Can you bet
Yeah.
on these things?
100%. You
that's
could just
great.
go on the DraftKings app and bet on Kelsey to score a touchdown.
Well, there's-
but is there any Taylor Swift action?
Oh, I don't know about Swift action. I don't know. I'll
Will
keep
she
an
show
eye out.
up?
That'd be fun, though.
See, yeah, I'll look
I
that up.
I bet you on some of those there's got to be some prop bet.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say like some, yeah.
When Tanner and I used to use like the Latvia site, you could do all that stuff. So get it on the board.
Now, I think it was it Bovada?
Bovada. It started as
Bodog,
and
Bodog
then
Poker,
Bovada,
yeah.
And then .lv. We're like, oh, Las Vegas? No, Latvia.
So there's a trend going viral on the internet right now where, a lot of people haven't heard of Travis Kelce before recently. All right. He's been playing in the league for a long time, but just recently, a lot of people haven't heard of him.
Yeah, if you don't follow football, there's no reason why you would have heard about
I
him.
feel like that's the line in the sand. If you watch football, it's impossible not to.
Right.
And if you don't watch football, you very well could have never heard of the dude.
So, I guess a lot of these ladies never heard of Travis Kelce before. He started dating Taylor Swift. And so there's this new trend on TikTok that these ladies are going up to their boyfriends and husbands and saying, can you believe, Taylor Swift is making Travis Kelce famous?
Yeah, put him on the map.
And that's got to be triggering for some.
And you just have to sit back and watch their heads explode. These husbands and boyfriends are just like, are you out of your mind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players.
Yeah, they're not having any of it, especially when they think it's a candid conversation.
Yeah, because they don't realize,
getting
that they're being
filmed up.
filmed.
They're getting punked.
But I got a couple of clips here. Casey pointed one of these out, so I'm not sure which one this one is, but this is just a lady going up to her mans and saying, Taylor made Travis famous.
I can't believe Travis Kelce became famous overnight.
You talk about he's been famous for like the last 10 years of his career.
No, Taylor Swift made him famous.
No.
They started dating.
She didn't make him famous. He's been famous for years.
Nobody knew who he was.
Yes, they did. He's the best tight end in the entire NFL. What the are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't think anybody. Are you sure he?
He is the best tight end in the NFL and has been for the last 6 or 7 years.
How long has he been playing?
What?
How long has he been playing?
What? He's just so
He's
irritating.
snapping at
For the
her
last
so
6 or
hard.
7 years.
How long has he been playing?
What?
How long has he been playing?
For 10 years.
But he's only been good recently.
No, he's been good his entire career.
I don't know.
What the are you talking about?
I think it's Taylor Swift.
No.
I think he's about to have a good career now.
He's got a Hall of Fame career already. He's won 2 Super Bowls with Patrick Mahomes.
You can tell a lot of these guys are
I think you're wrong.
just doing their best to not lose it on their
Not go
on
Keep
their
it
ladies.
together, man.
Like I promised I wouldn't call you an idiot ever again, so I'm there right now.
Yeah. Here's another one that went viral.
It's honestly kind of crazy that literally nobody even knew who Travis Kelce was until yesterday.
That's so, unbelievably wrong. Nobody knew who the best tight end, first ballot Hall of Famer, two-time Super Bowl champion was. Had a dating show on MTV. That's like the one NFL player you can't say that.
He's starting to talk to his girlfriend like you talk to your dumb coworker.
It's like, come on, you can't figure out a TPS report?
He said it in the email.
It's all written out for you. Are you serious?
Yeah, he's over it.
No, Taylor Swift literally is putting him on the map. Everybody's talking about.
Entertain this conversation because you're so wrong. He's like, him and Patrick Mahomes are 1 and 2 most famous NFL players in the entire league.
So he's not even going to entertain the conversation.
He's done.
He's over
it.
Like this guy, like Minnie, are just irritated by the whole thing. The whole mention.
Like, how dare you even suggest?
Hey, we got a message literally this morning from someone that said, "Wow, guys, haven't heard Taylor Swift mentioned in 10 minutes. What's going on over there?"
Yeah, we're off our game.
Like we've talked about it probably a total of 4 minutes, maybe 5.
In a week.
Yeah.
Or, like in the last 4 days, because she was at the game Sunday. That's 4 minutes in 4 days.
Right.
So this is, I think, a bunch of coworkers. They're like in the break room at a hospital. It looks like they're nurses.
So what do you think about Taylor Swift making Travis Kelce famous?
I think that Taylor Swift fans are the most annoying people on the planet. You guys have overpassed. Never mind, I'm not gonna say it. But you guys have overpassed a lot of annoying people and become the most annoying group of people on the planet.
Wait, I want to know who she
You're more annoying than Cowboy fans.
Whoa.
You're more annoying than people that ride around with a mask on in their car.
And they start laughing. A lot of the times is the lady starts to laugh and the guys realize that they're being punked.
Yeah,
you know?
and they fall out of the character. Because if I didn't know I was being filmed and I was annoyed, it could get hot.
Are you serious?
Like if Amy said, Travis Kelce, Taylor put her on the map, Drew.
I would be annoyed. I'd be like, you sit next to me at the Super Bowl. Like, these are the ones you study.
Right.
And, like, I got money on them. Like, you're actively rooting for our cash. What are you talking about?
There's one more kid. This is the one that Casey saw. I guess this guy's a soldier. Yeah. And he comes home, and at some point he just goes, everything that I've said, what did he say to her?
She's like, what? He's like, don't ever say that again. And she's like, what part? And he goes, from the time I was over here to the time I'm right here, everything. Don't ever say it again.
Hey, baby. Did you see that Taylor Swift dating that football player? His name's like Travis.
Kelce?
Yeah, Travis Kelce.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Isn't that awesome? She's going to be like helping him get his career going and like put him on the map.
And he slowly turned to her, like, are you out of your effing mind?
He's just trying to hold it together.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who he was until she showed up at the game for him the other day, and now that's all anyone can talk about. Like, she's really helping put him on the map.
How can so much nonsense come out of your mouth?
What are you talking about? I think it's awesome that she's helping him so much.
Oh my, no. Kelly, stop. Stop.
What? His career's about to, like, explode now, too. Because he's about to get so much publicity, too.
Because his career didn't explode when he was winning Super Bowls before?
Did he win Super Bowls?
Oh, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly.
What? I didn't know his name until Taylor Swift was with him, so he's going to have, like, a really good fan base now.
Oh, Kelly, stop. No, don't say that.
Say what?
All of that. From the moment I walked through here until now. Don't ever repeat that again.
That's what people say.
She did a good job of stringing him along.
Do the women put their annoying voices on before they shoot those videos?
No,
God, I don't know,
all the
because-
car. They came with that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're still breaking up.
Divorce is in the
I know.
future.
I honestly thought he was going to serve a divorce papers right
Yeah,
there.
so I'll be right back.
We'll put the videos online. Check them out at 1059thebrew.com. Just click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. 1059 The Brew. It's Portland's rock station. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Coming up in a few minutes, Adam Sandler tickets. That show is coming up October 14th at the Memorial Coliseum. I can't wait. I've never seen Adam Sandler live before.
Yeah, me either.
Just all of his movies, good and bad. I've seen them all.
Mm-hmm.
And coming up at 9:30, we'll play It Happened in Florida for your chance at free tickets to see him. We're commercial free thanks to Lazy Boy on 1059 The Brew. 1059 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Real quick, we wanted to say thanks to everyone who dropped off food at Bacon and Beer last Friday. If you missed the announcement this morning, we raised, let's see, we raised, what was it, 1,055 pounds of food? Or no, was it 1,055 meals?
I think it was because it was over 1,100 pounds.
So over 1,100 pounds of food we raised, but that amounts to 1,055 meals.
Which is
That's
pretty
a lot.
incredible.
And
Yeah.
it's making
Yeah.
a difference. It really is. People
Absolutely.
did a great job.
And we just thank everyone who showed up Friday to Bacon and Beer and made it a great party and helped out a lot of families because food insecurity is at an all-time high this year, and we're going to put a small dent in it, feeding at least 1,055 meals are being served.
That's a
Pretty
full belly
awesome.
for sure.
Yeah.
Great. By the way, Chris McDermott, McD,
Yes.
is the guy who guessed.
The one and only.
He was the one who guessed how much food we'd get, or he was the one closest to that number. So
He went with 1,111.
That's
One,
right.
one,
It's
one,
a
one.
lucky number.
So he's getting himself tickets to Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Congratulations, McD.
Woohoo!
We are commercial free thanks to our friends over at Lazy Boy. And coming up here in about 20 minutes, another pair of tickets to go see comedian Adam Sandler. Superstar Adam Sandler, let's be honest.
Yeah.
We've got those here around 9:30. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. We're commercial free. Thanks to Lazy Boy on 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura, and Baby Watch 2023 continues.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it's still going.
I was
Right?
going to say, gotta be real with you, bro. I was kind of expecting the baby to be here by now.
Drew's third baby is expected any day. Now, the official birthday, I think, is October 6th, or the official, as of right now.
That's the D-Day. That's the final day.
And the original due date was what, the 11th?
It was.
Okay, so we're getting so close.
And because it's a week from tomorrow is as long as it can be. And when you think about it like that, I start to get a little short of breath.
How's she feeling right now?
She's pretty done with it. You know, there's a lot of yoga ball going on. She told me yesterday, it's amazing that she actually said this rather than just doing it. And she calls me up, and she's at one of the girls' soccer practices. She's like, I just find myself so annoyed. And I'm like, with what? And she's like, well, you name it. I'm like, me? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, is it everything else too? She goes, yeah. I go, okay, I can work with that.
Yeah.
At least you're telling me. You're getting out in front of it.
And she just tells you that she's annoyed. She's not like rude or super bitchy.
Yeah, and then
or at least I haven't seen it.
And well, then she sent me. I was gonna check on her, and because normally I don't text my wife during our show, but we're right in a strange place.
Yeah.
So I was about to send a "How are we doing this morning?" And I already had a message waiting, and it was a picture of all the weights I had left on the ground this morning that she'd stumbled over and had to pick up. So she's still annoyed. This morning, instead of writing back my rebuttal, I just sent a sorry about that. Because I'm just playing defense here, guys.
I mean, obviously,
until we're done, I'm just gonna take it easy.
Yeah, and none of us in this room have ever been in that situation. I mean, in terms of being pregnant, you know.
No,
but I mean, I can
me,
only imagine how
You got to stay out of her way.
Well, and also how irritable I would feel
Yeah.
if I was 9+ months pregnant, you know, and just ready for it to be done and for the baby to be here.
And I think a lot of it is it's all those little chemicals are going like the body knows it's about to have a baby.
Yeah, I mean, I'm irritable when I have a belly full of spaghetti. I can only imagine when a baby's in there.
Yeah, if I miss one
get it out.
scheduled bathroom break, I'm a mess to be around.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep you posted. Drew could have to leave at any moment because the baby could be on the way. And here's what's irritating. We've got to get a grip on these damn spam calls because Drew's had his phone ring multiple times this morning, and he puckers up each time that his phone rings thinking, oh, this is time, this is it. And then he checks it, and then the phone will say spam likely.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
It's
scam likely.
every buzz on my watch, I'm like, okay. Oh, no. Car warranty's good.
Yeah, we've got to get a grip on these spam calls.
And that's what's going to happen. I'm going to screen one out, and it's going to be Amy in labor going,
It's going to be the call.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm ready for it, and I'm ready for you two to meet a little nug.
Yeah.
Well, we will keep you posted as soon as it happens. You'll hear about it right here on The Brew. So coming up next, we've got tickets to go see Adam Sandler. He's going to be at the Memorial Coliseum October 14th.
That's right.
And you could be there too, but you need to be callers 10 and 11 right now. 866-445-1059 is the phone number. A fun game of It Happened in Florida for tickets to go see Adam Sandler is coming up next. 866-445-1059. We're commercial free thanks to Lazy Boy on The Brew. All right, we got a couple of talkback messages to listen to. You, of course, can send us a talkback message anytime through the iHeartRadio app. Just download it for your cell phone. It's free. Once you have the Brew streaming, press the microphone button to record something.
Hey, Big John here. I want to say awesome work, everybody. Getting together and fundraising 1,100 pounds of food. That's super cool. Way to go. Help out the community and have a good time.
Yeah.
Let's keep doing that.
Yeah, we raised over 1,100 pounds of food at Bacon and Beer, so thank you to everybody who showed up to donate.
Mm-hmm.
Tanner, you need to take a freaking English class or something, dude. You're in your 40s and you can't say Sudeikis correctly. You said Suduckus. There is no duck in Sudeikis, bud. Joan Jett? Joan Jett? My God. Tampons?
What's wrong with that?
Tampons, bud. Really?
Yeah, tampons.
Tampons.
I like saying instead of tampons, tampons.
Yeah, I think that one's on purpose, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely do the tampons on purpose. But the other one, I was editing the video and I was loading it yesterday, and I go, I did kind of say Sudeikis kind of weird. Or Sudeikis, see, I just said it again.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think I was ever sure on which way you do say it anyway.
I'm not even positive,
It's
right?
a weird spelling,
Is that guy even right? Is it
he-
Sudeikis?
Well, we know he's passionate about whatever side he's on.
Very passionate.
Yeah, tampons, really?
I love that. Come on, bud. Like he's like he cannot believe the kid struck out at the plate again. He's got that tone. Again? I mean, he just caught you. He didn't even swing the bat.
Whatever, now we're speaking the Queen's English here. The show is free, for God's
Yeah,
sakes.
we're just three people in here trying to have a conversation, okay?
The show is free in your car.
Yeah,
you can
and
deal with it.
if we go back to school, it's going to be $199 a month, and nobody's going to want to pay that.
Yeah, I'm going to charge you for a podcast.
Yeah, so for now, deal with it.
Let's play this game. Every one of these stories you're about to hear is real, but only one comes from the great state of Florida. And I'm using the word great very loosely there.
Yes.
Large.
Yes.
We got Adam Sandler tickets on the line, and I suppose I can go first today.
What do you got, Tanner?
It happened in Florida. A pilot has been popped after snorting cocaine before the flight.
Oh, that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
Getting dusted?
This pilot has been ousted after, I guess, he was telling a story of debauchery through text before flying a plane.
Oh.
Mike Beaton, who happens to be both married and a father,
Oh, not a good look.
admitted through text messages to a flight attendant buddy that he had been, quote, a very naughty boy on his night off. The incident went down just 4 weeks ago when the man was texting his pal that he spent the night being wild, which included doing cocaine off of a topless woman's chest.
Oh, my goodness.
Problematic.
Fortunately, before he had a chance to fly the plane, the crew member reported him to superiors. They obviously canceled the flight.
See, some pilots would call this continued education. It's an interesting angle.
They even drug tested him at the airport. He failed.
Oh, shocking.
Oh, man.
Shocking.
And he no longer works for the company.
The cocaine was on the handrail, guys. It wasn't me.
Right.
Just tripped and fell into it.
No, it was
off-
railed from a chest.
Off the chest of a woman, yeah. Wow. You want to go next, Drew?
Sure. It happened in Florida. When working in the field of illegal drug sales, guys, do not contact the police if you have been robbed. Cops say that Eric Thomas called the police in reference to a theft. When they showed up, he was holding a pile of weed bags, and apparently he was selling weed without a license, which is against the law, just to be openly street-selling chronic. When he was searched after they realized that, yeah, he was robbed, but while selling drugs, they found in his wallet just a little bit of cocaine, just a little smidgelet. That led to a couple of felony counts, and when that happened, they pulled up his record. He's already been convicted of weed, cocaine, and battery counts, and has a pending case, this is great, of going to court, going through security and dropping 7 Ziploc bags full of weed in the tray.
Bro.
Only to be questioned and admit those were also for sale. So this bro's really bad at selling weed. Should have got the license. But for now, he's got held on a $7,000 bond.
Not the sharpest tool in the shed. That guy.
Definitely selling all of this.
Yeah.
What do you have, Laura?
It happened in Florida. A middle school teacher was arrested after 2 students found her meth stash hidden inside of a compartment in her scrunchie. The school hosted a family fun night for students, And Sarah Duncan attended the event along with her daughter, who was also a student at the school. At the end of the event, she decided to pose for a picture with a bunch of students in a photo booth. And she's like, I'm going to take my hair down for this.
Oh,
so she
no.
took her hair down, dropped the scrunchie. Students then found it later, realized it was kind of heavy and had a zipper on it.
Oh.
So the kids opened it, found a glass vial with some powdery white substance along with the straw. Turns out it was meth. And it seems like Sarah may have been expecting to get busted because she also came prepared for subsequent drug tests with a pouch of clean urine in her pants.
Oh, see, she knows what's up.
Yeah.
She's not getting busted. And
I've
had
been
a
through this
clean-
before.
Super clean classroom.
Yeah, well, she was booked on one count of criminal possession and one count of possession of drug paraphernalia.
What story comes from Florida for the Adam Sandler tickets? Let's go to Glenn in Beaverton. Good morning, Glenn.
Good morning.
What story comes from Florida for the Adam Sandler tickets, bro?
That's a tough one. I'll go with Drew.
There's Drew's story from Florida.
My story absolutely is from Florida.
That's it.
Never call the cops on your own problems when you're breaking the law.
Yeah.
All right, brother. You just got yourself tickets
Nice.
to Adam Sandler, bro.
Woo! Thank you very much.
The show is coming up next month, October 14th at the Memorial Coliseum. Tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster.com. You're going for free. We'll have another pair of tickets tomorrow morning at 7:30. So imagine you're at a park having a picnic with your family when a giant bear shows up.
Ay.
It's like, hey, I'm joining this party. It's my food now.
You kind of let him have that party at that point.
That's what happens. This family's in a park, and they're at one of those little like park benches, little picnic table, I guess.
He wants to know what's in the picnic basket.
Yeah, and it came up, and the mom, they didn't run off because I don't think they had time.
Right.
The mom, everyone just kind of froze at the table. They sat at the table as the bear jumped up on top of it and started eating, and the mom just grabbed her son, which probably looks about 10 years old, and just pulls him close.
They're just like, if we're getting eaten, we're all going in one bite.
And they just sit there, and they don't move at all until the bear finishes their food and leaves.
That's impressive, because maybe you're frozen with panic.
I think that's what it is, yeah.
Because either way, I think he would just be rocked. I'd be so afraid.
I think I would, once it started eating, I think I would slowly
try and move away.
Because they say don't run, right? They say don't run, it'll chase you.
It's like, I want to know why you're running. Rawr.
Yeah, so I don't think I definitely wouldn't run away. And they also say, like, if you're approached by a bear, a lot of the times they're doing false attacks. So they make you think they're going to attack just to scare you.
Yeah.
And most of the time they run away. And if they do that first, don't shoot them if you've got a weapon. Just get big and go, ah!
Yeah, you're supposed to make yourself big and make a lot of noise. And also,
if they plow through that, then shoot it right in the face. But I'm just saying that,
And like, truthfully, the bear, there was a ton of food on the picnic table. He's probably not going to go for you first. He's probably like, oh, what kind of snacks we got here? Got a nice spread. So, I think they did the right thing, I think.
Is there any truth to the, black fight back, brown laid down?
That's
Is that,
what I've heard.
I mean,
that
it was
brown
in
ones
Cocaine
are-
Bear, so it's got to be fact.
It's got to be legit.
Yeah, if he's on cocaine, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it's just like, what? I'm jazzed!
No, I have heard that brown bears are more
aggressive,
likely
Really?
to
Okay.
attack you. Yeah,
That's good to know. That's good to know. Go check out the video. It's online at 1059thebrew.com. By the way, that one does look like a black bear.
Okay, so of all the bears, you might got the better of the two.
Mm-hmm.
You can see a video of a man who drove his van inside of a Lego store in Michigan.
Oh, my.
Well, Legos are expensive.
They are.
That's
You went to
true.
Lego Ghostbusters house, it's a couple $100.
Fill that car and you try and drive right out of there.
So he obviously got busted, but
That's too bad.
video's on camera.
I mean, the Lego.
Or, sorry,
if
online.
If Lego, that's one thing. If they can make Lego more affordable, the world would be a better place.
Well, and also if you drive your van into a Lego store, it's not like you're going to break everything. You can always put it back together with this little block.
That's true.
All right, so let's wrap it up today. Let's go to, before we go, we can go to Fat Thor, who's on the phone. Fat Thor, who does not believe Damian Lillard is the most famous Blazer or the best Blazer of all time.
Yeah, which is, Clyde was great too. I get it.
You say it belongs to Clyde Drexler, Fat Thor?
I do, and happy Fat Thursday, but that's not why I'm calling, Brew Crew.
Why are you calling?
I'm calling because we still haven't gotten a name for Drew's baby yet. I know you guys want a street or a park bench named after you. Why don't you name the child after the show with a bing bong?
Call the baby Tanner, Drew, and Laura on 1059 The Brew.
Or Bing Bong
Oh, yeah.
Tiedemann.
Bing Bong.
Yeah.
Is that all a first name, or is it Baby Bing, middle name Bong, Tiedemann? Or is it Bing Bong?
Bing Bong's first
that's
name.
one name.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
it can be two different words, that's fine, but it's got to be the first
It's got to
name.
be hyphenated
Okay.
at least.
All
Bing
right.
Bong.
I'm going to run it by Amy tonight. No bad ideas.
Bing bong. Yeah, and you can also say AJ for Amy Jr. What's up with that?
I don't think the reason we're not naming her Amy is Amy wouldn't want to rename herself Amy, and so I don't think we're doing it.
Okay.
Bing bong.
Bing Bong it is.
Hey,
Bing Bong it is.
Bing bong. I heard you guys won Adam Sandler tickets.
No, we've got some more tomorrow. We got one more pair tomorrow
No,
morning.
that's what you're supposed to say to me.
Oh, okay, yeah, another time.
No. No.
Oh, hell yeah. Well,
Thank
happy
you, Pat.
Fat
Thank
Thursday.
you.
Another great show.
All right. Didn't answer any of the questions I wanted to
think
talk to him
he,
about, but that's fine.
He fell into the bowl at
Drexler all the
Burnside.
way.
Yeah, are you stuck in the bowl
Yeah,
at Burnside
oh,
Skate Park
man.
right now? Are you?
Dude.
Because I got
yes,
stuck in there once. One time I got in there and I needed my friends needed to help
How'd you
me
get
out.
stuck?
Did they
It's
have a
really
little
deep.
rope, or how did they get you out?
My friends had to lay down and pull me out of
Oh
it.
my
the arm.
God, like a human chain.
That was like a freshman or something, but yeah,
It's a bonding
I
moment.
was a fat
Oh,
freshman.
yeah, no, we
yes, fat.
got a little ladder for me. It's cool. Human chain.
Yeah.
He's
all
got a
the way.
ladder.
All right, buddy. Well, we got to go. Well, it sounds like you're, I don't know, in the middle of laundry or
Happy
something.
Fat Thursday.
There he is, everybody.
Wow, he's on a tear today.
There he is. Not paying attention to anything, but
Nice. ADD explosion right there.
that's fine. Yeah, so a lot of people were shocked by that news about Damian Lillard yesterday. This morning we talked about it and had Chad Doing on from Rip City Radio. Most people are pretty upset. Most people believe that he's the greatest Blazer of all time, but there was a small group of people. One guy said Clyde Drexler. Another dude said
Bill Walton.
Bill Walton, yeah.
There's a Mount Rushmore there for sure, and those heads all belong on it somewhere, and it could be debated to the end of time. But statistically, Dame has taken the cake.
I mean, Drexler does have a street named after him.
And
so,
I bet Dame Street at some point will arrive.
Or Lillard Street sounds better, right? Lillard.
Yeah, I like Lillard
Street sounds.
Dame Time Avenue.
I don't mind
bad.
that. Why don't they put that like right down by the Moda Center? Dame Time Avenue could be one of those.
I
roads.
think when he's retired, and then we'll have a bronze statue, and we'll do the whole thing.
Well, and you got to educate me because I'm not from here and I don't know anything about sports ball. But did Drexler retire with the trail? Okay, so they named a street after him even after he left.
I love how you're calling it sports ball, but you're in a bright blue Detroit Lions sweatshirt for tonight's game.
Yeah. Wait, who's gonna win that game? By the way, no, I've been a Lions fan forever. All right, I'm allowed to get excited about when they might be a little good.
God, this is a tough one, but you know what I think? I think the Lions will pull it out tonight. Lions by 2.
Right.
That's what the betting lines say too, aren't they? The
So
Lions by
they'll win by more than 2, and you'll win your money if you put it on there. That's my thought.
I hope
but,
so.
God, I don't know. I really want to go against you, though.
That's rude. Rude.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow. Coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to record our Donkey Show podcast and then load that to the website at around 10:30 or 11 o'clock at the latest at 1059thebrew.com. It's the show after the show.
Yeah.
And today, Laura found a list of the funniest morning radio shows in the country.
And guess where we are
Guess where we are on the list.
Oh, I bet a real whopper.
You got to listen to the Donkey Show podcast to find out. We'll go down the list and we'll because I know a lot of these shows, some of them personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so we'll talk about it and we'll find out where we sit on the list.
All right.
In the Donkey Show podcast, which can be heard in just a few minutes at 1059thebrew.com. Teresa is next. Don't forget tomorrow morning, one more pair of tickets to go see Adam Sandler at the Memorial Coliseum.
Yes.
Coming up on October 14th. 7:30 tomorrow morning, we'll have those Sandler tickets for you. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Marcus.
Yo.
Hey, brah.
How's it going?
Been an eventful 24 hours in Rip City.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah,
it has.
On everything sucks.